Hello everyone. Today, I would like to talk about an important ELV system that we can find in almost every commercial building, hotel, shopping mall, office, factory, and residential building. That system is the fire alarm system. A fire alarm system is designed to detect fire or smoke at an early stage, notify people inside the building, and help them evacuate safely. The main purpose is not only to make an alarm sound. A properly designed fire alarm system should detect a fire quickly, identify the location of the fire, notify occupants, and activate other systems when required. So, let's talk about the main components of a fire alarm system. 1. Fire alarm control. We have the fire alarm control panel, or FACP. This is the main control unit, or we can say it is the brain of the fire alarm system. All detection devices and input-output modules are connected to the fire alarm control panel. The panel continuously monitors the system and receives signals from devices such as smoke detectors, heat detectors, manual call points, and other monitoring devices. When a detector senses a fire condition, it sends a signal to the control panel. The panel then processes the signal and activates the programmed outputs. For example, it can activate sounders, strobes, fire alarm bells, voice evacuation systems, and other fire protection equipment. The panel can also display information about the alarm location. For example, it may display fire alarm, first floor, room 101. This information helps security personnel, technicians, and firefighters identify where the alarm originated. 2. Fire detection devices. The second important part is the fire detection devices. There are several types. The most common one is the smoke detector. Smoke detectors are designed to detect smoke particles in the air. They are commonly installed in offices, corridors, rooms, shops, and other areas where smoke can be detected during the early stage of a fire. Another type is the heat detector. Heat detectors respond to a specific temperature or a rapid increase in temperature. They are commonly used in areas where smoke detectors may cause false alarms, such as kitchens, mechanical rooms, or dusty environments. We also have flame detectors. Flame detectors are designed to detect the radiation produced by flames. They are useful in areas where a fire can develop very quickly, such as industrial environments or areas containing flammable materials. Another important device is the manual call point, also called MCP. The MCP allows a person to manually activate the fire alarm. For example, if someone sees a fire before the automatic detector activates, they can press the manual call point to immediately send an alarm signal to the fire alarm panel. 3. Notification devices. We have the notification devices. After detecting a fire, the system needs to notify people inside the building. Common notification devices include sounder, bell, horn, and strobe light. The sounder produces an audible alarm to warn people that there is a fire emergency. The strobe provides a visual warning, which is especially important in noisy areas, or for people who may not hear the alarm. In larger buildings, we can also use a voice evacuation or public address system. Instead of only hearing a siren, people may receive a voice message such as, "Attention please. A fire emergency has been reported on the first floor. Please remain calm and evacuate the building using the nearest emergency exit." This can provide clearer instructions during an emergency. 4. Input and output modules. Now let's talk about input and output modules. In an addressable fire alarm system, modules are very important because they allow the fire alarm system to communicate with other systems. For example, an input module can monitor equipment such as a sprinkler flow switch, fire pump status, or other external signals. An output module can control equipment such as magnetic door holders, smoke control systems, elevators, or other interfaces depending on the project design and applicable fire strategy. For example, when a fire alarm occurs, the system may release magnetic door holders so that fire doors can close. It may also send a signal to the elevator system so that the elevators perform the required fire emergency operation. The exact sequence of operation depends on the building design, local regulations, and approved fire strategy. 5. Conventional versus addressable fire alarm. There are two common types of fire alarm systems: conventional and addressable. In a conventional system, devices are connected by zones. For example, the panel may show Zone 1, fire alarm. The panel may not identify the exact detector. In an addressable system, each device has its own address. For example, smoke detector, first floor, room 101 Device 025. This provides more detailed information and makes troubleshooting and maintenance easier. Addressable systems are commonly preferred for larger and more complex buildings because they provide more detailed device information and support advanced programming. 6. How does a fire alarm system work? So, how does the complete system work? Let's take a simple example. Imagine a smoke detector installed inside a room. First, smoke enters the detector. Detector recognizes the smoke condition and sends a signal to the fire alarm control panel. The fire alarm panel receives and processes the signal. If the programmed alarm condition is confirmed, the panel activates the required outputs. The sounders and strobes are activated. The fire alarm signal may also be sent to a monitoring system. At the same time, other systems may be activated according to the approved cause and effect matrix. For example, fire doors may release, the elevator may enter its required fire mode, and the voice evacuation system may announce an emergency message. Finally, people inside the building are instructed to evacuate using the designated emergency exits. Conclusion. To summarize, a fire alarm system is much more than a simple alarm bell. It is a complete life safety system consisting of fire alarm control panel, detection devices, manual call points, notification devices, input-output modules, and interfaces with other building systems. The most important objective is detect early, notify quickly, respond correctly, and evacuate safely. As ELV engineers and technicians, we should not only know how to install these devices, we should also understand system design, device addressing, wiring, programming, cause and effect, testing, commissioning, troubleshooting, and maintenance. And most importantly, every fire alarm system should be designed, installed, tested, and maintained according to the applicable local regulations, fire codes, and approved project requirements. Thank you for listening.